So I'm looking right now. The last episode was April 16th. So it's been over a month since I did a podcast. And I want to welcome you guys back to Rizzology. Welcome. I hope everybody has been fantastic. Everybody that has tuned in before, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Nick, aka Nicky Rizzles, nickname from 2009, long time ago. Actually, before that, 2007. But anyway, I am in the studio today with my boy Kenji, who is slacking off behind the camera right over that way. I wanted to create an episode and just give everybody a little bit of a life update, just things that are going on in general. I know the last time that I did an episode was with Tom and Sam. Fantastic episode. Unfortunately, if you watch the YouTube version, I forgot to, well, actually, I didn't forget to turn my camera on. I deleted it while I was building my PC, which is over here on stage left, your stage right. So I deleted the camera accidentally, and then I had to kind of just fill the space up, and then kind of life and work got in the way of everything else that I've been trying to get done. Built a PC. I'm trying to just like categorize all my thoughts right now because I like to do this one take style like I do with the podcast. So I built a PC. And the PC has primarily been for the purpose of live streaming the podcast. So when I have Andre, other guests, Jamal, everybody in there, I want to get some actual interaction with people that listen. So whether that interaction is, questions or just showing some love or hate, whatever you want to do, that's what you do in your free time. I just wanted to create a means to have a more engaging, interactive experience with the people that actually watch and listen to the podcast. So after building the PC, I've never built a PC before. There comes a lot of tweaking and fine tuning the system so that this way, when I do have a guest in studio, I am a one-man operation. I want it to be as smooth as possible. Right now, I have my audio mixer on this screen right here. And this is what I'm using to monitor the audio, make sure that everything is going great and that there are no errors in the recording itself. And then once I start doing the live stream, I'll have one of my monitors turned around so this way I can have the chat on one screen and then just make sure that the stream is strong quality and there's no issues with that. But like I said, there's a lot of fine tuning and simplifying certain processes to make sure that everything runs efficiently while you're doing it. So being I haven't been able to do any podcasts, I've just been exceptionally busy with work. Which I'll go into it momentarily. I wanted to make sure that I did a couple of live streams on TikTok, a couple of live streams on Twitch and YouTube. If you caught a couple of them, you may have told me that the mic needs to be louder or certain features need to be, turned on, turned off. And it's just been about making sure that I make these refinements so this way when I have my guests in the studio, I'm able to sit, focus on the conversation, and then occasionally, when I see things come across, I can turn and see what type of comments, concerns, questions that we have on the live stream. Life lately. I haven't really been in the gym much in terms of tactical games. I definitely gained a little bit of weight. I think my face is getting a little puffy. So I definitely have to hold myself accountable and start focusing on the diet portion of things. Especially because I haven't been training at OG like I was about a year ago. I stopped going to OG, so all that HIIT cardio in addition to the jiu-jitsu, although my diet was somewhat on point, there's only so long that you can run away from a shitty diet. So I have to get back into the mode of staying focused and staying in the zone. The other thing was I'm looking at a very large red Tactical Games flag that is on the wall that is near my door of the studio, and the tactical game stuff was going great. It still is in progress. I still want to compete. I don't know if it's going to happen this year. Work has just been absolutely crazy, and I'm so blessed for that. But I really want to go and compete and give it my all. I don't want to just half-ass it, not be ready on the fitness side of things or not be ready on the shooting side of things. I want to make sure that all of my bases are covered and I come as a well-rounded competitor. So that's the other thing. I still pay for their programming. It's fantastic programming. But unless I get to the gym at 5 a.m., it becomes somewhat stressful to start my day later, go to the gym later, because I still want to hit jiu-jitsu at night. So that's kind of the crutch in my game right now. It's a positive crutch, but it is a crutch. I want to train jiu-jitsu as much as humanly possible. I absolutely love the sport. I'm learning a ton. this August will be 1 year as a blue belt now. And although I thought I knew a good amount going into the blue belt from my 4-stripe white belt, now looking back, I realize that I don't know shit. But things are starting to make sense. I'm starting to string together a few different moves. I'm starting to see openings, and I'm able to identify these things and then switch up attacks or switch to defense if need be. And I'm just seeing things kind of unfold in front of my eyes, and it's really cool. You hear about this, but a lot of people quit before they get to that level. And once again, I'm not claiming that I'm some jiu-jitsu wizard, but training 3 to 4 times a week, you start to really notice things in your game and in other people's games. And one of the things that I definitely forget often is how bad, positive bad, how bad the dudes are at Sarah's. Like, they are some killers. Really, I'm not just like saying it to gas my academy up, but man, oh man, is it a competitive academy at Matt Serra's spot. And I love it. Now I travel and I want to start doing more content in terms of traveling and trying out other jiu-jitsu gyms. Not because I'm looking to smash people or try to prove my merit of how good my academy is, but I just think that there's a lot of information out there that, although Matt is literally the GOAT of jiu-jitsu in the States, other people teach different things than Matt. And just like other photographers or other artists, everybody has little bits and pieces that they can lend to the greater good of art or the art of jiu-jitsu as well. Whenever I go visit my boy Vinny down in North Carolina, I have a great time at Charlotte Jiu-Jitsu. The guys down there are fantastic. If I ever was to relocate to Charlotte, I definitely would be joining that academy. And I think it's just cool because we all come together, sort of like the fitness and bodybuilding world. We all come together for the love of that sport. Now, you get bad seeds and bad apples in every sport, but generally, you're welcomed with open arms, and people want to just see you do well and learn maybe what you've learned at your academy, and they could teach you some stuff that they've gone over and learned in theirs. So it's actually really, really cool. So that's one thing. So the jiu-jitsu side of things, I'm definitely not competing in jiu-jitsu anytime soon. The ankle that I heard about a year ago, a little over a year ago at this point, that hasn't ever really been the same. And being that my job is to create content for brands and businesses, and I need to be able to walk, I'm not making any money from sitting in the studio. I need to be able to walk, shoot, travel, do my thing. I can't really risk that type of a injury that would have me out of the game for weeks on end, because then there's no money to be made. And Mr. Kenji eats a lot of food. So that's kind of where I'm at in the training aspect of things. I got to go through my mom's garage this coming weekend. We're cleaning it out. I have all of my Rogue equipment in there, and I'm hoping that that's the area that I'll be able to set up. Excuse me. Drinking the energy drinks and then talking a lot doesn't really mix well. So I'm going to her house this weekend, and I'm hoping that I will be able to finish clearing everything out. I'm trying to look for my old Pokemon cards with Pokemon craze and all that stuff going on right now. I'm hoping that I can find some bangers in there and send them off to PSA grading. I have no clue what condition those would be in, but the main focus is the garage to make it a training space and then to sell any extra stuff to just get rid of the clutter and just continue to minimize the consumerism. As I mentioned that I just built a PC and spent a ton of money on that I did not anticipate to spend. I just want to get to a very lean, even-keeled, less bulk, no waste type of lifestyle. So I have all the Freedom Strength sandbags in my mom's garage. I have calibrated steel plates, which I have to get bumpers if I'm going to do tactical games type stuff. But yeah, I got the Rogue Monster rack. I have the assault bike. I have kettlebells. I have landmine attachments. I've got it all. So I really would love to be able to just train in there. Being I rent, I don't have a garage. I don't have a home that I can just outfit my own home for my gym. But I think I spent somewhere north of like $10,000 to $12,000 when this setup first started coming to fruition during COVID. And that's a good jumping off point for the setup that I eventually want when I do own a home, whether that's here, whether that's somewhere else in the country. I just know that I want to create my training facility and training area so this way I can maximize on time, and then I can just get banger workouts at home and I don't have to worry about driving to the gym. it's kind of a weird scenario because before COVID, I never thought that I would be able to train anywhere but Bev's. Bev's is one of the best gyms, if not the best gym in the world. It's the East Coast Mecca, Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym on Long Island in Syosset. I've been a member there since like 2009, 2010, and it's a banger of a gym. But after COVID, and we all became a little bit self-sustaining in terms of just like gym and fitness and equipment, I think the rise to group fitness and not needing to go to a gym and waste 2 hours a day on whatever the fuck you want to train, like back day or shoulder day or what have you. There is still a place for that in the bodybuilding world, of course. And I think intro lifters and people that are just starting, that is a great place to start to really understand how different workouts and different movements affect the different areas of the body. But now looking back at purchasing all of that gym equipment and really outfitting a gym for the stuff that you want to do and how much time you spend going to the gym, getting there, talking to people, taking your pre-workout, training, resting too much, talking to people more, and then having to drive back, you start to look at the cost benefit analysis, I think is the term. I'm probably incorrect on that. But you start to look at how much time you're spending versus the amount of time that you could save by just spending the $10,000, $15,000 over the course of how many years that you'll use it. And you know that you're going to maintain your stuff better than Joe Schmo at the gym that's just going to bang around the plates and fuck everything up. So at some point, I'm very excited to get to that point where I'm able to have everything that I need, maybe put down a couple of wrestling mats so I can drill some jiu-jitsu stuff at home as well, and just continue to be a better version of an athlete. That's really what I want to do. I don't want to be this guy with these huge muscles anymore. I want to be more streamlined and athletic. Some of the downsides of me not getting in the gym as often for the last probably 6 months as I would have liked is I've definitely lost some muscle mass. And that sucks because I worked for years to gain as much muscle mass as humanly possible. So, as a natural athlete too, obviously not taking anything, but my training has just completely topsy-turvy spun on itself. I never thought that I'd be not wanting to hit chest day. I never thought that I wouldn't be training at Bev's. But as life kind of progresses and you get into different things and you get out of other things that you thought once were the main focus of everything, it's pretty interesting to see how that kind of unfolds. So definitely looking forward to maximizing some of that training for the tactical games and for jiu-jitsu as I get more serious with that. I know that dude Cooking for Gains is under fire on TikTok because he's a douchebag, but he does have some banger recipes. I will give him that. If y'all have somebody else that you follow that you like their recipes for fitness stuff, I'm tracking macros, but I'm not tracking it to the T. I should. But I'm kind of bored of just like chicken and rice, beef and rice. And I'd like to get to the point where I can have a couple of good recipes. So I actually tried one of his recipes last week. And it was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. There was a lot of food that it yielded. I think it yielded 7 or 8 separate meal containers. It was chicken. He used chicken breast. I used chicken thigh. It was that protein pasta from Barilla or Barilla, a little taste of Italy. It was actually really good. I want to get into making some healthy meals, being interested. I'm spending way too much money for the last 6 months eating out, like at Redefined Meals, Hummus, all these places. Nothing against those places. They're convenient meals, but $20 a pop every single day. Shit adds up pretty quick. So if I can create everything at home and make everything at home and just portion it out and just bring it with me like I used to do back when I was prepping, I have to get that stigma or that fallacy of like, just because I'm bringing my meals with me means I'm prepping. My body has that like disconnect, that my brain body has that disconnect. What else? I'm trying to think what else. I got a lot of great people in the jiu-jitsu world coming on the podcast soon. Steamroller Favola, a UFC fighter. I'm going to have my buddy Anthony Palacino, who's one of the best black belts, if not, I mean, at our academy without question, but if not in the area. He competed, I believe he competed in California. I don't know the competition that he did, but it was a very high-end competition. I got those guys coming through. Regan Grimes was supposed to come on the podcast when he was in New York, but being a couple days after the New York Pro, I didn't want to press it. I wanted to just let him do his thing. And then obviously we have all of the stuff going on with AN Sups, ABE, All Black Everything, energy drinks. We have the Cherry Millions coming out in a few weeks to a month or so. We just had the Tang collaboration drop. Tang collaboration from ABE, from AN Performance, I'm sorry, was delicious. We have the ABE Tang energy drinks, and then we have the hydration. We have, I believe, pre-workout as well coming in Tang. And there's another product that I can't say yet because I don't know if it's released, so I have to check with Nick first, Nick Karilakis. But we got a lot going on. I mean, potentially a shoot with a high-name UFC fighter next month for AN Performance, and we got a lot of cool projects and athletes coming on board. This past weekend, I was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, not Bethlehem, Jesus, Bethlehem, but we were out there for Guy Sister Nino's 1-year anniversary of his gym, Muscle Inc., and it was phenomenal. Kai Green was there, Flex Lewis. I got to spark up my relationship with Flex. It's been a while since I've seen him. We got to talk about some cool things. I actually found some of the old footage from 2017 that I filmed for him that just was not released. Some behind the scenes and backstage stuff after he won his Olympia title that year with Phil Heath in the videos as well. So a lot of cool stuff in that aspect. I got to see Kai. Haven't seen Kai in a long time. So it was great. And there's a lot of cool things. We're just doing a lot of cool things. Unfortunately, when I do a lot of cool things for my clients, it takes away from the lot of cool things I want to do for the personal side and for my brand, Rizzology, Nicky Rizzles, all that stuff. But everything really does happen for a reason, and things kind of just, the stars align when they need to. So I'm taking every stride that I get, and I'm just accepting that whether it's something that turns to bigger stuff or smaller stuff or other things, I'm along for the ride, and I just want to continue to do the podcast. I want to continue having amazing people in. I want to get the live stream up and running. I want to continue making sure that Kenji is healthy and my mom is good and grandma and everything like that. I just want to make sure that I am doing the best that I can to stay present, stay in the now. I'll be 34 this year. It goes quick. I can't believe that I'm going to be 34 this year. I can't say I've never felt better because I definitely have some nagging injuries, but I've never felt better in the terms of like looking towards the future. I think there's a lot that has yet to present itself opportunity-wise that is going to. And I'm not in a rush because the days seem to be going by like this anyway. I'm not in a rush, but I'm very excited to see where things unfold and where things go. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is, what did I say at the beginning of this? This is going to be episode 133. So 133 of Rizzology. I'd appreciate all the subscriptions so far. I'd appreciate more if you watch this episode or you watch other content. Just know that there is more coming. I'm not quitting on the podcast. I'm not quitting on anything else. It was just a little quick hiatus between back end stuff, work stuff, personal life stuff, but we're back. And we're better than ever. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm looking forward to the next, what is it? It's May. So we got another 6 months-ish, 6-7 months of the year. We've got a lot to do. A lot of cool opportunities await us. And on that note, I appreciate all y'all for fucking with me. But for now, peace.